I want to start doing little weekly vlogs for you guys, kind of shop updates, just showing you some of the things I'm working on, some of the setbacks that I have every week or every day. And so let's get into it. Today, first thing, I come in and this is the controller for my CNC router, the one that's doing the handles right over here. And it doesn't turn on. And it turns out this thing is shot. This is actually the second time it's happened, so this is gonna be the third controller, $700 controller. But luckily I'm gonna send this one back to them and they're gonna refurbish it, so I'll have a backup. I was able to make do though because my second CNC router, the one that does my Kydex sheaths, it's the same brand, so I can switch controllers back and forth. So week before Christmas, not ideal, but I am able to make both Kydex sheaths and handles by switching one controller between machines. Also running a test on a new way to do the handles. Typically what I would do is I would do the 2 holes and then machine out the whole handle and go on to the next set. But I'm testing it out this way to see if it's gonna maintain accuracy. The reason I'm running that test is because I want to switch from taping down the G10 to that board to bolting it on. And I need to make sure that the machine's going to be able to hold accuracy enough so that I can put in some screws below in the fixtures. And I'm going to use something called a floating cage nut, which is a screw that basically articulates within its insert. That way, if there is any kind of movement, a few thou to the left or the right, that screw can kind of articulate based off of wherever the router feels like it's gonna make the hole. Best case scenario, it works and I can make this new fixture and that'll save me about 30 to 45 minutes a day, because I spend around 30 to 45 minutes of my day either prepping tape or prepping the board to accept the tape or removing tape from handles. In worst case scenario, it's not gonna work. I'll have to keep doing it this way and I will have just scrapped a full sheet of G10 with 5 handles on it. Well, I was working on some copperheads behind me and watching them on the screen while I was sharpening, and of course, popped a tool, and this one is bad because it busted up into that collet as well. So not only did I break the tool, which was 20 bucks, but I broke the collet, which was 20 bucks. So that's $40 down the drain, plus the $700 controller today. So we're already negative $740 because I haven't finished a single knife. But I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna make a bunch of blades. Got a stupid hangnail. Cracked my nail, so I learned this in high school metal shop. Best way to do it. Running blades today, and one thing I noticed is I like to periodically check in on my alignment for these handles, and these DCK ones are a little off, and that is because I switched the end mill that I use to make these, and unfortunately though, one thing I noticed is if you look, we'll see if we can catch it on the video, but see how one side of the handles, so this side over here is a little higher, and it's only off by like a few thousandths of an inch, but I do have like a little hack for this. So in this file, what I do is I highlight the hole as well as the chamfer for the hole, and then I move them. So if the spine left of the handle, like this one, is taller, I have to move the holes on both handles to the right when they are splayed out back to back. So that means that these holes are gonna go to the right and the ones on this side are gonna go move to the left. And I literally can just drag them around tiny increments. So it's gonna give me an error for that because I'm moving it too much, but I just move it a lot to see if it's positive or negative, and then I type in the number I want. So I'm gonna move this 0.00125 inches. And then hit OK. And then when I look, if I go backwards, you can see it moves a little. If I hit forwards again, like my edit undo, edit redo, tiny little movement there. All right, well, had a pretty successful week. Had a drop last night. Everything ended up selling faster than I thought. You know, sometimes it's hard to tell. So right now I'm just getting everyone's shipping labels done. Those are right here. But I'm gonna fold some boxes, so I keep all my boxes over there. And this is like my little shipping station where I have all the clips. And I try to update like one thing, you know, always kind of doing constant improvement. And so this week made some small updates to the website and just to like my shipping. So I made these little shipping cards, which kind of like lets people know like, hey, if you like your knife and you want a discount, send a review in when you get that review request. On the back side, belt fastener installation, have the QR code so you can scan that and it will just take you right to the YouTube video that I made on installing your belt clips. And then made another little update to the website. So this week I had a custom coder come in and he made me a new kind of coming soon out of stock label. The old one was just a big circle that covered up the whole picture. I had it set up so that I can have like my drop coming soon and then have all the other knives. Like if we go down here, more blades. So these ones will say out of stock. So now I can kind of differentiate between which ones are just out of stock and which ones are actually going to be dropping this week. So, you know, like I said, I just like to try to clean up one thing on the website, little changes every week. And that like over time makes everything so nice. Another major improvement I did this week is after 10 years, I got a new camera for product photography. So originally I was using like a Nikon D3300, I think it's called. Got it off eBay new for $400. And it did its job pretty well for 10 years, but I decided, you know, as I'm growing and getting more professional, time for a professional setup. So here's what I got. This is a Sony a7 IIIR. This thing ended up running me, it was $3,000. I got it on Black Friday. So it's originally $3,500 with this lens setup. And I got this cool little swivel mount that lets you put it on a tripod and switch from vertical to horizontal. I've been eyeing this camera for years and I think it's just going to really help me like take my kind of content to the next level. And I also got this cool little slide rail. It's like a motorized slide rail so I can move it, you know, and make videos and have everything look super clean. So I'm really excited to see what I come up with once I figure out how to use both of these things. Well, got everything packaged up and heading out to the post office to drop off all the blades from the drop. Because I always ship everything in under 24 hours. I think that's just the best way to operate right now. People are just so used to Amazon and instant gratification that it you know, I think it's just the best way to do it. So drops Friday night, ship them Saturday morning, and then I hand them directly to the post office so that there's no funny business. And they get to your guys' doors sometimes as soon as Monday. It's a new week, and this is how I start my workday every day. I come in my little cold plunge tank, and it's 43 degrees right now. Working in the shop all week takes a toll, especially like fingers and hands and feet, all that builds up scar tissue, especially after doing this for 10 years. So this definitely helps. And I just want to say thanks for watching, and I want to ask you guys, you know, if you like this kind of content, let me know. If there is something you guys want to see, let me know. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. I'd like to, you know, keep making some videos, but if there's anything specific you guys want to see, just tell me and I'll definitely make sure to include that. Gonna get back to work soon and get some more knives made for you guys. This is Nikki, and as I was editing this video, she told me that she wanted to be a part of it, so I made sure to toss her in right here at the end. Say hi, Nick. Hey Siri, stop recording.